Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to brief you all on some news from Lucasfilm and Disney that you may or may not be aware of. This is going to be a very short video. I'm not even going to try to drag it out for an hour and such and so forth like I did the last time with The Last Jedi, and I ain't even go through half the shit I was supposed to go through with that film. But as it stands, let us start with The Last Jedi. Now, obviously, Rian Johnson went on Collider, fucking Collider, and gave an hour interview over his decision makings and, you know, his thought process on the movie that he made, and the questions that that bald-headed shrill of a interviewer or whatever he calls himself. I mean, I know the questions probably went through the vetting process, and they're not just like, no, we're not gonna let you, no, don't answer, no, don't ask those type of questions. No. As a matter of fact, here's your prepared questions to get the Rian Johnson, because we cannot alienate this man or Disney because we won't get our, premiere passes to the next movie. So you ask him these questions. They're very safe, PC friendly, feminist approved. You're good. You're golden. So he went out, told him all that dumb shit, and he gave him his answers. People clapping in the audience. I mean, I looked at that video and I just stopped. When I got halfway through, they was going through the question and answers, and there was a family of like five or six people. The dad was on the mic. He talking. Oh, Mr. Johnson, I absolutely love your movie, and me and my family, we went 5 times in a row. And Johnson in there, yay! All right, thank you very much. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm out. But then I came back. Got on Twitter, some of my peoples was like, Abu, just watch the whole thing. I was like, God damn. I watched the rest of it, and then I just sat up there and shook my head, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be a problem. Then we get the news, Solo trailer, just dropped, and the boy playing Solo. I knew right now, me myself personally, I did like the trailer. I like how it was shot. I like the music that they put in it. I'm probably in the majority, but I did. I was digging it. And because it was done by Ron Howard, look, he's a way better director and writer on every level than Rian Johnson. Let's just get that shit right out the way. But, as it stood, a lot of people pretty wasn't digging it, just for the basis of who it is that's being Solo. Me, I'm of the same mindset. I wasn't digging him either. I was just, like I said, I liked the entire trailer. I was digging it. Oh, shout out to, Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Landino. That's your new name now, brother. So you might as well get used to it. But I know he's gonna tear that part up, And of course, you got Khaleesi, doing her thing. So she's sporting cast. Woody Harrelson, you can't really go wrong. I mean, basically, all in all, I have a personal belief that this movie might be all right. It might pass the litmus test. You understand? But too bad they're not getting my money, because I've already divorced myself from this bullshit. You blame Rian Johnson, blame him. He fucked it up for everybody. Period. He did. So with that being said, yeah, I'm only looking at the Solo trailer objectively. I'm only even looking at the film objectively. But the person that's playing Han Solo, it's pretty much almost universal. Well, for the people that peeped out the bullshit Disney was doing from the jump, yeah. Nah, we're not feeling this dude. He had to get an acting coach to try to smooth out the edges of what it was that he wasn't performing. But have Disney tell it to you. Maybe a different story. But my speculation is, and this is the speculation from many in the online community, on Twitter, probably Facebook, especially on YouTube. The people that I've been, checking out their videos, they've been dropping the science. Shout out to SC Reviews and Stephanie Jesnick, or I can't pronounce her last name, but I'm sorry, baby, if I got it wrong. But Stephanie, I'm talking about you. They broke it down to the lowest compound. They called out Kathleen Kennedy for the bullshit she's trying to pull. And the interview that Ron Howard gave talking about how George Lucas came in and he shot a scene in the movie and Harrison Ford came through giving, the Han Solo dude, Aldrin Eric, or whatever his name is, giving him tips on how to be Solo. So they are just going full ham on trying to make sure that everybody that you love is in on the Solo movie. Because they already peeped the fallout from The Last Jedi. Kathleen Kennedy was felina non grata. She was missing in action. Like Chuck Norris in Vietnam. Something on some old disappearing act shit. Didn't hear nothing from her since that movie came out. And like I said, the 1.3 billion, don't even buy into that. That's a smokescreen. China said, get that shit the fuck out of here. That was week 2. You don't even break 700 million in North America. And North America, we set the trends here. This is where Star Wars were born. So if we peeped out your bullshit from the jump, the other countries around the world, they ain't catch up yet. But they will soon. So with that being said, yeah. They went all out trying to make you believe that they got this Solo movie in the bag. Don't worry about The Last Jedi. That was just a hiccup. But the damage is already done. Rian Johnson already fucked it up for everybody. The community. A massive amount of us. Don't let the Last Jedi defenders fool you. They are pretty much in the majority. At this point, they are. No way around it. So you can't even sell anything to me at this point that I'm gonna buy. You got milk, Luke sucking titties, sucking the milk, space nuns walking around, fucking porgs, disrespecting the legacy character. Yo, we done. A lot of us said, fuck you, we are done. And the only way we know we're going to affect a certain change in Disney, in Lucasfilm, because they got to get Kathleen out of there. She has no idea what she's doing. The only thing she knows how to do is push that feminist social justice warrior bullshit, trying to ham-fist it and ram it down our throats like we need that. We don't need that. Not in a Star Wars franchise. Y'all could do that with the Marvel movies and Pixar and all them other places. Y'all could do all of that all day. I don't give a shit. But not Star Wars. Star Wars is sacred. Sacred to every single young man, woman, and child that grew up with it, whether it was the original trilogy or the prequels. It means something to us. This is our life's blood, our reasons for being the men and women that we are today. In some respects, this is not just any franchise. But Disney doesn't, comprehend that type of shit. Especially when the money's involved. No, you know what you did when you bought Lucasfilm from George Lucas? You are buying people's memories, people's happiness, people's ability to use this movie to brighten their lives in ways that you can't even comprehend. That gave them inspiration for their careers, for the lives that they live, for the people that they surround themselves with. This is not an ordinary franchise for you to fuck up. Because trust me, the massive amount of discontent for this movie is apparent. And there's no way you can get out of this. You would be better off calling Lucas on the phone. Yo, G-Dub? Yeah, man. Yo, this is Bob Iger. We fucked up. Well, actually, Kathleen Kennedy fucked up, but the board of directors, the shareholders, yo, let me tell you something. These guys is on my ass. I can't do it anymore. So let me just give it back to you, and we can do a distribution deal because we just bought Fox. So we can work it out with Fox or whatever. And yeah, we can make it a go, but we can't handle this shit no more because we're losing money. Click. This is what it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. Our money has to speak for us now. It really does. Because there's no other way Disney is going to even conceptualize how bad the fallout of The Last Jedi was. They're not going to conceptualize it unless they start losing money. And big money. at that. And the first thing on deck to test out our newfound power and ability to affect the change that we want as fans, because you're not going to keep shoveling that dumb ass shit down our throat and then call it Star Wars and expect us to be okay with it. Like we're just supposed to roll with it. This thing is over 40 years old. We know exactly what Star Wars is. We know exactly what it means to us as the fans. So no. Even the people that's defending this bullshit, they probably went into The Last Jedi on the first viewing wanting to have all of the things that they love about this movie come to pass. And when it did, they knew they was fucked up. They're not going to admit it to you. They're not pretty much trying to admit it to themselves. But they knew it was fucked up, and they probably deep in their darkest corners of their heart, they hate this shit. But they got to roll with the status quo because we got to have more Star Wars movies, so they didn't want to rock the boat. So they're going to try to defend or just try to find ways to defend that shit. But the smart people that actually like this movie, they'll come around. It just hasn't hit them yet. And then the fact that all the plot holes that The Force Awakens, or this movie gave to the Force Awakens, like I said, they just have to come around. But with that being said, yeah, our money is going to do the talking. No doubt. When? No better time like the present. Understand? Yeah. Do that shit now. But the Solo movie is coming up, and I kind of like it. I want to see it. No, you don't. Get that shit on bootleg. Get it from your local bodega. Get it from your Amazon Fire Stick. Get it however the way you want to get it, and so you can watch it in the privacy of your own home. But don't fucking give Disney shit. Don't pay no $45 like yours truly did to go see it in the biggest possible way, IMAX, 3D, and all of that. No, I'm giving them no money. Don't even give them no fucking money to see it on 2D and Dolby Surround. Don't even give them that. Just shut it down. I know it's hard. It's almost, it's like a drug. Star Wars is our drug. It's always been our drug. We'll sit up here and complain about, like I said, the people didn't like the prequels. We'll sit up here and complain. But every once in a while, they'll go back and they'll pick it up, or they'll buy the disc and the thing, because don't tell me that everybody that hated, the prequels didn't cop the DVD and the Blu-ray. If you didn't cop it, then, all right, more power to you, bro. You really hated that shit. But I'll tell you one thing about the prequels, outside of me personally loving it. The prequels, in your eyes, may have had problems, but I guarantee you this. Didn't it feel like Star Wars still to you? Yeah. It did, didn't it? Some parts of it felt like it. You wanna know why? Because George Lucas was still running the show. His writing sucks. Yeah, well, he said he wasn't a good writer. He knew that. But he's a great storyteller. Well, why couldn't he get the writers? Well, would've, could've, should've. But he told his story the way he wanted to tell it, because it was his story. We're playing in a sandbox. We are living in his universe that he created, and he so graciously allowed other people to play in that sandbox for over 20 years. He couldn't have built the entire... No, all those creative people that made all them stories about the Sith, the this and that, from the past on to the future, they was all inspired by George Lucas's creation. I mean, we can't, in our whole life, we can't even begin to thank George Lucas for every single thing that he blessed us with, purposely or inadvertently. We can't. Take 100 lifetimes, and we can't. And then our children, and then our children's children will still benefit from it. And I'm hurt that Kathleen Kennedy, Disney, fucking Rian Johnson, the whole lot of them, just rolling it up and tossing it away. And then acting like, we don't know what we talking about over something that we dedicated our lives to loving and collecting and stuff, you know? But that being said, comes back to my point. The money. We're going to have to let the money speak for us now. Because once they lose enough money, then they'll understand. They have to understand. Otherwise, just shut the whole thing down because we're not standing for it. We are not going to accept you just doing any and every old thing to destroy legacies that Lord George Lucas built and the dreams and aspirations that we had as children to see our favorite heroes in action doing the things that they do best as the characters that was already established. Rian Johnson, you don't have that fucking right to just toss away and just disregard certain things that was already in place. Not like that. You could do that with new characters, but the legacy characters needed to stay as they were and as how we remembered it for the past 20, 30 years. Yeah, I know you said the EU wasn't canon, but fuck all of that. We had 30 years of the EU to be embedded in our consciousness and our hearts. And yeah, that shit fucking stands. So you needed to do a little bit more research. Or pretty much have better writers other than yourself touch The Last Jedi. But then, now you fucked it up for everything else going forward. Unfortunately, if we stay the course, if we do what we really need to do to affect this type of change, to have Kathleen Kennedy get the fuck up out of there, to have Bob Iger shit his pants, knowing that the money is just going, and then the investors and the board of directors looking at him like, yo, dude, I thought you said this was a surefire thing. Come on. Nah. It has to be some sort of change, and it starts with the wallet. Me, I've already told you in my Last Jedi video, I'm done. You want to see me? Catch me on bootleg. Catch me on the corner when I'm coming out the bodega with my sandwich, you know, and a Sprite. And I see the man at the corner like, yo, solo story. $5. Here you go, my man. Is this good quality? Good quality. Yes, good quality. Take it home, shitty quality. But you know what? Disney ain't getting my money. That's the whole point. Yo, I encourage anybody within the sound of my voice to just keep an open mind. What does Star Wars mean to you? What was your fantasies and what is your dreams when you read about your characters? Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Lando Calrissian, Admiral Akbar, Mon Mothma, Bail Organa, Willis Tarkin, Sheev Palpatine, Darth Plagueis, Darth Cognis, Darth Zana, Darth Bane, Lord Khan, Marka Ragnos, Ludo Krish. All right, I'm getting a little too far ahead of myself, you know, because I can bring it back. Trust me. That's how much of a fan I am. That's how much I love Star Wars. With every fiber of my being, I love it. And I know everybody that's looking at this video love it too. Otherwise, you wouldn't have clicked on, you know, my channel. And I'm only giving you my opinion. And I'm not, look, I told people if you like The Last Jedi, then fuck it. You're going to like everything else that they shove down your throat. And we got, like I said, I can't save the world, but I'm going to try my hardest to bring you a level of thinking that says we could be better than this. Or they, Disney, Lucasfilm, y'all could be better than this. I know George Lucas is probably shaking his head now like, how the fuck did I let this happen? But I'm not hating on you, George. At the time, I understood. You know, we just gave you a whole bunch of grief about the prequels and we just couldn't shut up about it, but really not realizing how much of a real genius you actually was. Whatever your flaws as a writer, what is it about a director, whatever, you gave us 3 beautiful Star Wars movies that to this very day, I am in your debt to give us things that I never seen before, and at the same time still making it feel like Star Wars. When I saw the Phantom Menace with my 8-year-old daughter, who's a grown woman now, but when she saw it, she was in love with the pod race. I looked at her face and saw the biggest smile that she ever had just watching it. That cemented to me that I will always love that movie. I didn't understand everything, that you tried to convey in it, it was a little choppy at times or whatever, but I still loved it. It wasn't until when I read the Darth Plagueis novel that the Phantom Menace became a fucking masterpiece to me. Because now Darth Plagueis novel connected all the dots that when I finally got back to watching the Phantom Menace, everything clicked. Everything. Attack of the Clones, same issue. Revenge of the Sith, you was finding your groove again, George. That was your masterpiece right there. Revenge of the Sith. You ain't pulled no punches. You showed it the way you needed to show it, and the maturity in terms of the filming behind that movie, and especially the greatest scene in every Star Wars movie that was ever made. There will be not even in The Empire Strikes Back, which is the greatest Star Wars movie ever, but there was nothing in The Empire Strikes Back, to me, that matches the scene that you filmed, you wrote, and you directed in Revenge of the Sith. And that's the opera scene between Darth Sidious and Anakin Skywalker. There is no other scene in history that's going to touch that. And I'm happy that it was by your hands that made it happen. Rian Johnson could not even touch your shoes in terms of knowing how to make a real movie, a great movie at that. His career is probably fucked behind this because nobody don't trust him. Disney's getting ready to commit suicide now, giving him a damn trilogy. And I hope for their sake, they better reconsider, but hopefully what we do with Solo will make them change their mind. And the blame game is already set. Looking at the reviews, the videos that I saw, by the two people that I mentioned, yeah, the blame game is already set because should Solo tank at the box office, and it will if we're on our game, they're gonna say, "Oh well, George Lucas directed this scene, so he fucked it up again." See, there we go. That's why we took it away from him. No. You'd be stupid if you fell for that dumb shit. No, we'd already had problems before Lucas allegedly came in there to direct that scene because Ron Howard asked him to. Now, I could believe that Ron Howard and George Lucas is talking because, yeah, he is loyal to Lucas. He should be. Ron Howard might know really what the deal was. But he's political. Everybody's being political at this point. They can't say what they really want to say. And that's cool. That's cool. We fans don't have that problem, though. We're going to tell it like it is. But with that being said, yeah, okay, you do the little scene, then you got Harrison Ford giving him, the Han Solo. He don't look nothing like Han Solo. But that's universal. He doesn't. He doesn't even talk like him. Shoot, my girl Stephanie, Jasnick, she, in her video, she called him a hobbit. Upon further review, I looked at the trailer again. I was like, yeah, she's right. This dude does look like Bilbo Baggins. Fucked up. But it is what it is. There was this dude that actually looked and sounded like Harrison Ford. And he was in that movie with Harrison Ford, Age of Andaline or whatever. I can't remember his name. Anthony Ingleberg or something. But yeah, I saw a video when I was hearing him speak. He looks and he sounds just like Harrison Ford. How the hell you don't cast that dude to be Han Solo, and you got a guy now who every time he squints, he looks like a fat version of Bilbo Baggins. Beyond me, but they really trying to sell this guy as the new Han Solo. And I know a lot of people ain't gonna buy that shit. So, best thing for you to do is boycott it. It is gonna hurt. And I like Ron Howard as a director. So I hate that he's going to have to fall on the sword for this shit. But the point has to be made somehow, some way. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting this shit and they're going to force you to just keep swallowing it. And you're going to keep paying your money because we're so dedicated to the Star Wars brand. It's almost like, being weaned off the breast as a child. You have to get weaned off the breast sometime, even though it's comforting and it's delicious and it's nourishing to your body and soul. But if it starts being a problem, you got to ease up. And it's becoming a problem being a fan of Star Wars. It really is. Because the fandom is divided straight down the middle. And we at war with each other over ideologies of what we think Star Wars should be. But before The Last Jedi came out, you may agree or disagree, but we was pretty much universal on how we saw Luke Skywalker, or how we viewed Han Solo, and especially how we looked at Princess Leia. May she sleep in paradise forever with the angels under the throne of glory. I am so hurt that she's not here to really see her story be done with justice. I can't give enough props and respect to Mark Hamill, even though he's being political about it. That's fine. Disney, they got on the horn. Whoa, what you saying? You're costing us money. Nah, the money was already fucked up. It was already done. After the fans peeped your shit, it ain't got nothing to do with Mark Hamill at that point. The only thing he did was try to subtly warn us about the bullshit that was to come. But it really didn't matter because he probably told Rian Johnson, yo, fans ain't gonna go for this shit. Don't worry, Mark, it's gonna be great. I'm an auteur. I made Breaking Bad great. I did Brick, Looper. People loved the way that I filmed it and I did the subversing thing. It was good. Mark Hamill looked at him like, okay, man, look, this is not my story no more. Y'all hired me to do a job. I'm gonna do the job. Fuck it. But you ain't gonna fuck up my reputation with the fans that already know the deal. So, yeah, he dropped little subtle hints. We didn't pick up on it until it was too late. Now look where we at. Either way, we got to do what's right. Boycott this movie Solo. I'm doing it just off principle. I'm done. You can't even fix this shit with episode 9. J.J. Abrams, I salute you, brother. You gonna do what you need. Because the only way you can possibly fix this is that you got to retcon everything. Start the fuck over and do this shit right. But you can't do that at this point because then that'll be a mission that Rian Johnson fucked up. But we all know this. The fans know this. It's only Disney and Kathleen Kennedy that's still in denial. But the money's going to force them out of that shell. But we have to stay on point with it. D&D. Benioff and Weiss. Smart move, Kathleen. Yeah, bring them into Star Wars. The Game of Thrones, worldwide phenomenon. Yeah, how could you go wrong? The 1,000,000,001 Emmys, they set the stage. So yeah, bring them into Star Wars. That'll calm the fans down. No. We're not falling for the okie doke. It's true. D&D, they're great writers. But they're doing great work off of somebody else's work. You understand what I'm saying? So you could thank George R.R. Martin for that. But I'll still give them, a chance to do justice on Star Wars. But then again, it's maybe already too late. We don't trust you, Kathleen Kennedy. We don't trust your decision making. We don't trust the way you run things. Apparently, by just continually supporting this failed movie, The Last Jedi, we don't trust you. Hasn't hit Disney yet, but oh well, it'll hit them soon when the money stops. There's no way you can save this shit. You have to be gone. You lied to George Lucas. You said that you was going to take care of his baby. You liar, 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 pants on fire. I know I took it old school. I took it back in the 70s. Yeah, I did it. but it rings true. No. You did not take care of George Lucas's baby. If anything, you pretty much vandalized it. You pretty much disrespected his legacy, in my opinion. But with that being said, all right, I already went 30 minutes on this, so I'm about to wrap this shit up. But yeah, boycott Solo with everything that you have if you can. If you forcing yourself, if you do go see it, look, I'm not even hating on you, man. I'm really not. I mean, it's like a drug, man. You try to get away from it and it pulls you back in because you want to see what the bullshit is. Like I said, I can get that same shit off bootleg and I can still make videos and let you know exactly what the deal is with this shit. You know, but God be with all of you guys. And like I said, I'm still learning the ropes around making videos on my channel. And so at a certain point, I'm a jazz, you know, my page up a little bit, you know, have nice little introduction screens and all of that. I might have to get my daughter to help me because she's a pro at this. And go check out her YouTube channel, Angel Face, IDGAF. I don't give a fuck, but I already know what it is. But I'm actually don't know why she even put that name up there, but whatever. But she has a great page. So, you know, check her out, you know, give her a subscribe because she's doing big things there with the reacts and all of that. So her old man, however, is just coming late to the game, but I'm going to try to get my thing together real quick. But these are my thoughts. And like I said, you know, y'all got to make the final decision is really going to come down to y'all, you know. But I hope that you stand with me to just say, no, we're not going for Solo because the premise of that, we didn't even want this film to be made from the jump. So since you're trying to force it down our throats and after the fiasco of The Last Jedi, no, we're not giving you no more money until you really come correct with giving us, the fans, what we deserve as fans that supported this franchise from day one deserve. The millennials and casual fans are not even thinking on that level. They're treating this like the Marvel movies. This is life for us. And be that as it may, we really need Disney and Lucasfilm to come correct on that. And it's going to start with this. So I hope everybody have a great day. And like I said, may the force be with you. And me saying that, I'm saying this from my heart, you know. May the force be with us all completely. Have a good one, all. Peace.